What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Tony's Picks Look Ahead show here with yours truly, Vegas Al, ready to break down February 14th, Valentine's Day action here. We got a nice Saturday slate. All college hoops is what we're going to be discussing here. Get ahead of some of these line movements. I'll discuss some injuries if we can find them. Again, college sports always a little harder to find, but I have found some good information on a lot of these games. A massive slate tomorrow. I have a best bet in. Long-term subscribers do see the other 4 plays I have in. Have up to 5 plays already in college basketball tomorrow. Might just be good there, but there are a couple here that I could add. Again, we have a giant Saturday college basketball slate here ahead of us, so be careful. Pick your spots. Saturdays could always be the toughest day of the week here, especially now with college hoops being the main thing here where the money's at. So, yeah, without further ado, guys, let's get into it here. We're going to start with Cal and Boston College. Do me a quick favor, though. Like and subscribe here before we get into this game. We got Cal here on the road, 3.5-point favorites, total 140.5. Dort and Petritis here, 2 guys now suddenly out for Cal, the host of guys as well. So the injuries for Cal stacking up here. I'll start there. They've lost 2 straight really since this little funk that they've been in. Ugly loss there to Syracuse in overtime. The way they fought like that to not get the cover there was gross. And then blowout loss to Clemson as well. That one was at home. Traveling here across the country with Stanford back at home on deck. I don't know. I'm not in love with this spot. Laying 3.5 feels a little too easy here with Cal. We did it versus Stanford and we got it done. We did it with Stanford here versus Boston College and got it done. I don't think Cal does the same. Again, look at how Cal's injuries are. Boston College, again, I get it, dreadful. Losers of 5 straight, 2-8 in their last 10 games. I think this is actually a spot when you look schedule-wise, it's not much nicer here for Boston College. So this is like a spot where they could actually get a home upset, and actually it's doable. Plus 3.5 money line here with Boston College. We start off with an underdog. All right, guys, moving on into another game here. We got TCU and Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State, the 1.5-point favorite, -1 in some areas. Total 156 here. Oklahoma State, again, top 10 in pace, top 30 in scoring, a top 100 rebounding team. Have done some nice things this year, upset at BYU, etc. But if you look, TCU beat them last time here. This was January 20th, 68-65. TCU's winners of 2 straight. I like this front court that they have here. A bunch of 6'7" to 6'9" forwards. Edmonds, Punch, this Jaden Pierre is a solid guard. I mean, they have some pieces here. I don't know. To me, I'm looking at TCU here to kind of get this one done again here. I think just simply the better team. Not in love with what Oklahoma State's done since the BYU game. Again, here, losers of 2 straight. Wouldn't surprise me here to see them drop another game. The line only at -1.5 seems a little too easy. Again, I can make a case for TCU to win this game, and I think they do go up into Oklahoma here, Stillwater, and get this one done. Give me TCU here in this one. All right, guys. Another game here, a big line here. We got UCLA taking on those Michigan Wolverines. UCLA here, the 16.5-point dog on the road, total 152.5. When I take a look at this one, Sky Clark's on the injury report here with the hamstring. Keep an eye out on him. That's a big piece. Pretty much solid here when it comes to Michigan. No big names I'm seeing. Again, almost every statistic outside of threes and free throw shooting, those do lean to UCLA, but everything else to Michigan. I don't know. I still think this is too many points. UCLA has enough pieces. Again, a Tyler Bilodeau over 20-plus points. I like that prop. He's gone over 18 points in 6 out of his last 7 games. A 30-point performance there versus Ohio State as well in that little run. Again, he's a big that can bang around with Michigan, but also stretch the floor. I expect a big game out of him if we're going to want to get this plus 16.5 covered. So give me UCLA. And again, I'll probably two-team this one up here with Tyler Bilodeau over 20-plus points here. UCLA in this one. Gotta love it. All right, guys. We're on to Kansas and Iowa State. When I look here at this one, we got the 9 versus 5 matchup. Will Darren Peterson play? We'll see. What do we got here? A 6.5-point spread in favor of Iowa State at home here. Total 146.5. Obviously, Kansas got it done last time at Allen Fieldhouse when these two teams met. Was a full Kansas roster. It's been 8 games straight here for Kansas. They've won a 9-1 run. They are currently in their last 10. Iowa State, I can make a case. I'm not impressed with them this year. I know they're 21-3, top 5 in the country. Just fresh off an upset of TCU, one which we predicted. Again, struggle with Baylor. Okay, I get they beat Kansas State, but Kansas State we'll get to there later on is struggling. Just not in love with Iowa State this year. Look, Tamin Lipsey, really their best perimeter scorer. You look at the numbers. I mean, don't get me, Mama Klovic here is not a bad one either. But you look, Tamin Lipsey scoring-wise this year, 12 points, 14 points, 16 points. I don't know. They need a little bit more out of him. His shooting percentage numbers aren't that great as well. Been somewhat near, 28% from 3 here, Tamin Lipsey. That's a guy that they've been needing to step up, and I'm not looking really to back Iowa State here, especially laying it. I know they're at home, and they've been a little bit of a juggernaut. Kansas have shown they don't even need Darren Peterson here to compete with the best. We obviously saw the outright win versus Arizona. Feels like everybody might try to get a little cute here and fade Kansas off the big upset. I think they keep it going. Again, 8 straight wins here for the Jayhawks. Who knows if we've even seen the best of them yet. Give me Kansas here plus the 6.5 in this one. All right, we got SMU and Syracuse. SMU minus 2.5 on the road here. Total 157.5. When I look here at this one, everything points to SMU, at least statistical rankings. Top 23 and top 25 in field goal percentage, 3-point percentage, top 50 in free throws compared to Syracuse being 365th. 1 second. All right, so again, I was talking about rankings. Scoring-wise, everything points to SMU. Efficiency as well. I've talked about Boopie Miller before. But what do you call it? I still think SMU is a side to back. I don't like the supporting cast around Boopie Miller. I don't like Yugotolu, the big. I think he's a straight liability. A lot of athletes on this Syracuse squad. Again, they just will these games. They will these games. And I think they could do the same here versus SMU. Again, at home, you're getting 2.5 points. I'll get on the sneaky home dog here with Syracuse in this one. All right, we got another one. Villanova, Creighton here in this one. Another one I thought about getting on the home dog here in Creighton. Again, Creighton 3.5 point dogs here at home. Total 145.5. Look here, Creighton actually won the first meeting as well this year. It was 76-72 victory back on January 7th. I still think Villanova gets it done. Playing too good right now. 7-3 in their last 10 on a 4-game win streak. All the shooting numbers, especially 3-point field goal percentage, leans to Villanova. I don't know. I have to go back to Nova here. I think I was on them there in that first game versus Creighton. So I'm not scared to lay the 3.5 on the road in this particular one here. Villanova, Creighton, give me Nova minus the 3.5. We got Kentucky, Florida. Oh, boy, I can't read these Florida Gators. You know this. Do I want to lay 13.5? Now 14 points here with Florida at home, who have been blowing teams out as of late. Number 1 rebounding team in the country is those Florida Gators. Again, a top 30 team in pace, top 20 team in scoring here. When you look last year, though, obviously I would still say last year's Gators were a whole lot better than this year's Gators. Again, at least 3-point shooting and guard perimeter scoring wise. Look, Kentucky got handled business last year, 106-100. It was a track meet type of game. Again, the total in this one, 153.5, seems ridiculously light. I'm guessing they think Florida can blow them out somewhere of an 84-67 type game. I guess that's what they're predicting, something like that. I don't know. To me, I could see Kentucky keeping this within the 14 points. I could see somewhat of 88-74. That's 14 right there. So what? 88-75. I could even see 100-77. Honestly, I like the total a lot more than trying to touch the spread because yes, I could see Florida getting away late in this game. The bigs still nobody matches up with Florida's bigs. Anybody in the country, it's a mismatch. I was trying to find guys. Don't get me wrong. This kid Brandon Garrison here is 25 points last time out, a 6'11" big. And then obviously this other cat, the European guy, Jelovic here, 6'11" across the board. You would think could compete here with Florida, but again, this one may get out of hand late in the game, around 10 points all game long, and then Florida gets out and gets a 19, 20-point win. Would not surprise me one bit. I like the over a lot more in this one. Total at 153.5 in Kentucky and Florida. Give me the over in this one. We got Marquette and Xavier. When I look at this one, Xavier, the -2.5-point favorites. Funny enough, Marquette won the first meeting here this season. That one was at Marquette, a 66-65 win in which nobody could make a shot in that game. I'd argue Marquette could get their first road win of the year. Again, 0-9 on the road this year is Marquette. This would be the team to do it. I mean, Xavier's not necessarily playing the greatest as of late. 2 straight losses, 3-7 in their last 10. There's some certain statistics. Rebounding-wise, Marquette holds the edge. Marquette's a top 13 team in the nation here. Top 13 in the country in steals. So they can force some turnovers. Very interesting matchup here. I'm going to get on the dog here in this one. Marquette. I think everybody's parlay buster here. Xavier, everybody thinking it a little too easy, right? Give me Marquette here in this one. They season sweep Xavier, funny enough. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll get right back. I get to talking, man. You start losing your voice. All right. We're almost through here. Are we? No, we got a boatload of games left. So ride along here with me. We got Penn State, Oregon. Let me pull this one up here 1 second. When I look here, Penn State, Oregon. It was Penn State, the 6.5 point, or excuse me, Oregon, the 6.5 point favorite at home here. Total 147.5. Gosh, this might be one of the only teams I would lay it against. I mean, I learned my lesson though when Oregon did it versus Rutgers. I know that one was on the road. This one is at home, but oh my gosh, what a dreadful game this was. I really do think Penn State can cover this number. Let me put it this way. We just saw Oregon go, make us some money at +20. It was +20 versus Purdue. Yes, they made us some money. Then it was egg on my face. I said, let's back them again here versus Indiana. They get blown out, couldn't cover that. Now we're supposed to lay 6.5 with them. And again, have they found an identity? Nate Biddle came back last game. It didn't mean squat. I could argue Penn State athlete for athlete is probably at a little bit of a better advantage. You're getting 6.5 points with them on the road. That's the only thing that gets me cause for pause on this game. Forced to play. I got to get on Penn State here in this one. Plus the 6.5. I'm just not impressed enough with Oregon to lay up against anybody. I don't care who's playing. Or if they're at home or on the road. 6.5, no way. Give me Penn State here. Plus the 6.5. Maybe it's not that easy, really, if you think about it. So that one's probably auto play. Penn State plus 6.5. We got Georgia and Oklahoma in this next one. Total 164.5. You got Oklahoma here as a favorite at home, -1.5. I'm seeing both of these squads almost 84 and 91 points a game. Both of them in the top 50. Obviously, Georgia almost a top 5 scoring team in the country. Top 10 in pace. Play like crap on the road, especially under Coach Mike White. I know 4-2 this year, but not impressed with Georgia long term when you back them on the road. Oklahoma got it done last year versus them as well. I mean, just to give you something about that. But the rebounding advantage will be in Georgia's side. I thought Georgia would have enough to compete with Florida last time out. Again, I like some of the rebounding numbers, the size they have with Dylan James, Canyon Catchings. Even though he's some of that he's a slender Ace Bailey type physique. He's still, again, 6'9", long, athletic as all hell. I don't know. I don't know how Georgia couldn't cover that there versus Florida. I'm not looking to back them on the road here, and I think people will be. Find a way to get on these Oklahoma Sooners. I got to come up with something here, right? 1-9 in their last 10 games is Oklahoma. Who wants to bet on these guys? I'll find a way to back them here. That's how much I can't stand Mike White as the coach here of the University of Georgia. Talk about doing as much or doing less with more. That's him. He's the definition of that, Mike White. So you look, Oklahoma has some pieces. This Xavier Brown just got done dropping, 25 points the other day versus Vanderbilt. Excuse me. Yeah, Xavier, 20 points, 21 points versus Vandy and Kentucky these last couple games. Obviously, Nigel Pack as well on the squad. I don't know. To me, I could get on Oklahoma finally getting this, monkey off their back and starting to get on a little bit of a win streak here. Give me Oklahoma, bottom line. I'm not going to I think the line's right where it should be, this one. Oklahoma, obviously not the greatest of the team, but I can make a case. Georgia, these guys better come back. Some of these guys might try to jump early to the NBA. I don't know if they have enough to do it quite yet, but they better come back. And then Blue Kane is just a complete liability. I don't care how many points he scores. The kid shoots 28% from three. I'm not in love with Georgia, especially how they treated me there versus Florida twice this year, by the way. They couldn't cover either time, just like historically how it's been. I'm roasting Georgia, and it's probably because I have a little bit of a thorn in my side from them, but I could find a way to get on Oklahoma in this one. Give me the Sooners there in that one. And kind of the same kind of scenario here. I can find a way to get on Miami, especially getting 6.5 points here. And again, might be another thorn in my side type situation here. I was on NC State versus Louisville, and they got absolutely blown out. Gave up 117. I think they gave up like 60 points in the first half. It was, that was ugly. That was one of those, though, at least you knew first 7 minutes into that game, you knew, looks like I lost this one. That's how that one was. I think, again, Miami just fresh off a win against University of North Carolina, a game win, which we gave out Miami, by the way. We've really been having a nice read on this squad. I think they're playing good ball this year. The competitiveness with the football squad, I'll call it what it is. That's what it is right now. It's lit right now in University of Miami campus. I was trying to think of the name. Is it Coral Gables? In Coral Gables, I think it's lit right now over there. Malik Reno, Trey Donaldson, Henderson has been nice as well. A nice little 1-2-3 punch Miami has. NC State won't be seeing money from me after that exposing versus LSU. Oh, look who they have next on Tuesday, even though we are in that point of the year. Look aheads, teams are needing every win they can, so not a lot of look ahead spots, but I think this one is. I'm sorry, NC State playing their home rival, North Carolina. Tar Heels at home on Tuesday night. Quick turnaround as well. I don't know. I could see them getting up from Miami just because, they need every win. It's a bounce back spot after getting embarrassed versus Louisville. They've had a little bit of rest here, but they might show up, and Miami still is capable of running them out the gym, making them start thinking it's time to call the dogs off on this one as well and get ready for North Carolina. I don't know. I like Miami here in this one. I can make plenty of cases to get on the plus 5.5. I'm seeing I had it at plus 6.5, already cashed. Not cashed, hopefully. Don't want to jinx it. Already bet Miami plus a 6.5. So down to 5.5 is what it is. Love Miami Hurricanes in this one to keep it going. We got Kansas State and Houston. Believe me, I wanted to find a way to get on this plus 22 with Kansas State. We actually took them there the other day versus TCU. It was, a plus 8, and they covered there for us. I can only look Houston's way. It's sad, I know, guys. It's square as hell to minus 22 this thing. Let me see if I can find all the stats that I had. Give me a second. It's taking forever, of course. What I was going to talk about is the fact that it's basically a one-man show with Kansas State. There it is, especially now with their second leading scorer, Abdi Bashir, out. Talk about it was already a PJ Haggerty show. You're having to look around to see who the heck's going to be the second leading guy. It's PJ Haggerty and get the hell out the way type of offense. 24 points per game, and then the next leading scorer was Bashir with 13.5. He's not even playing anymore. Who's going to step up? I mean, this McGriff kid, what is he? I think he's a 6'10 forward, a 6'9 here. He might step up, start getting a little bit of a pick and roll action with him going, but there's not much with Kansas State. I'm sorry. I'm not looking to back this team. Losers of 5 straight, 1-9 in their last 10. Am I high on Houston this year? I'm not. But, again, I'm having to cover this game because it's such an interesting number here. I got to go Houston Cougars minus the 22. Not to talk about last year because these teams are kind of different from last year. Houston 87-57, 30-point win here. Last time these two teams met, just something to think about. Houston is capable of putting 90-plus up and holding teams under 60. Very possible they do this here to Kansas State. Way too many horses in the stable. I haven't even talked about Kingston Flemings, obviously. I've been talking about the freshmen. But, again, these two upperclassmen are going to step up eventually. Or is it just going to be me beating a dead horse? Anybody that's watched this Look Ahead show knows what I've talked about with Houston already. I think they step up a little bit here, though, and what should be a doable spot here. Houston big in this one, minus the 22. You can go first half, whatever you want. I'm trying to get maybe a Kansas State team total under. There's certain – I don't think they get to 65, so put it that way. We got Purdue, Iowa. When you look at this one, Purdue laying 1.5 here on the road against Iowa. I don't know. I'm trying to find this one because total seems light to me, 142.5, when both these teams are definitely capable of getting into the 85s and 90s. Top 60 is Purdue, top 130 is Iowa in scoring. Both teams able to shoot their free throws pretty well, especially Iowa, top 30 in the country. Front court size, rebounding size, and hold all that advantage goes to Purdue. Again, winners of 3 straight since that little spell. I kind of like them to keep this going here. Find a way to shut down this kid Sturts and make somebody else beat you here off this Iowa squad. And I think they're screwed because, I mean, look, Sturts 20 points per game here. The male Caitlin Clark over here is pretty much what he's been doing, just a one-man show. And even Fulgaris, the big man, if you can shut him down a little bit, after those two, I'm searching for somebody that can kill us here. That's why I like Purdue. Lawyer and Braden Smith have played now almost 4 years together. CJ Carr, this cat's going to step up eventually. A little third option here out the backcourt, a sophomore guard. I've talked about the front court, obviously, with Kaufman Wren leading the way. But, yeah, give me Purdue here in this one, minus the 1.5 here. On the road, get it done there versus Iowa. All right. I believe there's a couple more I had. Yes, we're going to talk Texas Tech in Arizona. Texas Tech, Arizona here in this one. Do me a favor, guys. We're deep into this, 25 minutes in. Give me a like. Give me a subscription or subscribe here. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. All right. When you look at this one between Texas Tech and Arizona, you got Texas Tech here, 9.5-point dogs. Makes sense. I think more than capable of covering this number. Total 156.5. First glance looking at the over. I don't know. I could say Arizona has a little bit of it's what I like to call the no longer going to be perfect, no longer going to be undefeated hangover. It's the only way I can describe it. Just got upset. Who's to say Texas Tech can't come in here and do something similar here back to back? You look at the 3-point shooting numbers. Holy smokes. 10th in the country is Texas Tech in 3-point shooting. Field goal percentage, 7th in the country in attempts, almost 12 a game. Look at Arizona, only 5.8 attempts per game here, 340th in the country from behind the arc. They're going to play through Koa Pete. Don't get me wrong, Toppin and him, it's going to be a nice matchup in the front court. This kid, though, Chase Anderson's more than capable of taking this game over as well. Another big-time scorer, averaging almost 20 points himself, 19.1. I think there's enough. This LaJawn Watts has been stepping up as well. He scored like 20-something points the other night. I think there's enough pieces here. I get it. Texas Tech, not necessarily the cutest of teams to back, but I got to get the 9.5 points in my pocket here with the Red Raiders in this one. All right. Do I go to another dog here, even with some breaking news? Ugly. I had a feeling possible Keyshawn Hall would play, probably hurt, or he'd tough it out for us, but he's not going to play. He's not going to play. So that's unfortunate. Keyshawn Hall here for Auburn, a 6'7" forward, their leading scorer. He's averaging over 20 points per game. Obviously, Auburn won the first meeting this year. That was at Auburn, a game in which Keyshawn Hall scored 32 points in. Just a huge piece not to have if you're Auburn. Can Overton and Pettiford step up? Obviously. Keyshawn, the other one, Keyshawn Murphy, the 6'11 center, he's not a big scorer. I mean, is he going to go out and give you 20 and 10? He's not. He's more for defensive purposes. He could bang and match up with any guy on Arkansas, don't get me wrong. Defensively, it's just a big piece to have missing. And, yes, with Keyshawn Hall, I was all over Auburn. Moneyline sprinkle, whole 9 yards. This one I'm having to tread lightly, and I'm having to look prop-wise at Overton and Pettiford. Because I still want to find a way to back Auburn. I still think they can cover the 7.5, even without their best player. Again, it was a 20-something point win first time these two teams met. I get it. Hall had a big part of that, but I've seen teams adjust without their best player. We might start getting more of a line value here. +8 might come around, 9, etc. Give me Auburn still, but obviously you guys see how I feel about it without the big-time piece, Keyshawn Hall in. Still got to go Auburn in this one. Not looking to back Calipari. Anything over 7.5, no thank you. We got the final game I will discuss. Again, almost 30 minutes in. Give me a like and subscribe here. Again, click the link in the description for our best bets. Takes you right on over to our site, Tony'sPicks.com. We got Gonzaga and Santa Clara here. Gonzaga, the 4.5-point favorite. Total 157.5. This one on the road here for Gonzaga. It was a pretty tight matchup last time between these two, 89-77. At least Gonzaga standards, they were laying 20 the other night. This one's going to be a tight one. I'm just going to be honest. I'm looking to get on Santa Clara as a 4.5-point dog. I know it sounds crazy, but Gonzaga, Braden Huff is still game time with his knee injury. Graham Ike just came back the other night. Don't get me wrong, he looked good, 20.7 rebounds. But again, second game back from injury from him. How much does Gonzaga really care about this game? I know this is Santa Clara's Super Bowl, I'll put it that way, at home here. Again, winners of 9 straight, 9-1 in their last 10. They're undefeated at home this year, 13-0. You look historically, these two teams have gone up and down the floor. I'm talking about totals of 188 and up some of these games. I like the over because this one's going to be exciting. Even if a Braden Huff can't make it, there's way too many pieces on Gonzaga to not think they can't score. Again, top 15 in the country in scoring. Again, top 5 in the country in field goal percentages, Gonzaga. Santa Clara, no slouch either, top 50 in field goal percentage. Both of these teams can score, averaging over 84 points per game, both of these teams. Give me the over 157 first and foremost. And yes, I like Santa Clara to even possibly money line outright Gonzaga here, 24-3. Gonzaga would not surprise me. Again, Santa Clara's 22-5, a 9-game winning streak. I think this line kind of insinuates go get on Santa Clara, go get on Santa Clara, right? And people are thinking it's bait. I could see people thinking that this is a buy low spot for Gonzaga because they're having to lay almost double digits almost in all these Big West games. I think the line's this short for a reason because they don't want to give you those big points with Santa Clara. They don't want to give you a +8 with Santa Clara because that's free. I think Santa Clara keeps this thing even within the 4.5. And if not, like I said, outright this one. And like I said, I like the over 157. I'll be all over this final game of the night here in this one between Gonzaga and Santa Clara. There you have it, guys. Broke down a good 12 to 15 games. I can't even keep track of college basketball tomorrow. We got plenty more games I didn't even talk about. LSU Tennessee game comes to mind. There was more. Vautech, a bunch of games I like. But again, we're going to tread a little bit lightly. I got 4 plays in. I might have a 5th one in now that I might put in. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. We won today. Only 1 play I put in. We won the other day as well with those dogs in the NBA. Still covering through for us. So hasn't been too bad the past couple days. But yeah, Wisconsin there got it done for us versus Michigan State. That was a nice one. Looking to keep it going here this weekend. Again, scoop up something on the site. Link in the description. Best of luck to you guys this weekend. Let's make it a winning one. Peace.